So hello everyone, in this particular video we'll be talking about the biggest mistake that you should never do if you want to get into data engineering in 2026. I'll be breaking down the video into very different parts and try to understand the motive of giving you that particular understanding and the clarity of what mistakes not to do if you want to get into data engineering. I'll be showcasing you into point by point and also breaking down. I have done a lot of efforts to make this presentation today and to showcase you the thing. So let's start with the video. As you can see on the screen, don't do this if you want to become a data engineer in 2026. So basically, if you want to become a data engineer in 2000, never do this mistake. That is basically, these mistakes are definitely very important to understand. Maybe it can feel generic to you, but definitely if you try to understand the major point, the depth of it, you will be able to crack into data engineering. Okay, so let's start with the first one. That is the first mistake. The first mistake is only you are only learning SQL and Python. So basically what happens whenever you talk about data engineering, okay, let me start my pen tablet, the reality check. Let me give you a reality check. That is SQL and Python alone is never equal to, basically people do this mistake that they understand basically if I learned SQL and Python, everything is sorted. No, data engineering in 2026, most of people stop learning only the syntax and never progress beyond writing the basic scripts and the queries. You need to understand the main use case and the what data engineering is. Basically, there is a system, there is an ingestion, there is a Spark processing done, there is a cloud storage, there is this thing, different kind of use cases are there. You need to understand that. The truth is companies hire for pipelines, scale and the distributed system, not just for writing the query. Okay, if you just know how to write the code, how to write the things, no, not for that. Companies that they don't hire only for that. They actually hire if you can build that kind of pipeline, scalable pipeline, if you can build those kind of distributed systems and all, you can do those kind of things or not. So that is how the things are happening. Okay, next thing is real data engineers. Whenever you talk about real data engineers, understand that entire ecosystem orchestration, how one process is done, the next process will follow. If this process fails, how next process will run, or whether which process has to run if a process fail. If program A fails, B has to run. Okay, that is the plan B of something. So basically that has to be done by the orchestration. Next thing is streaming and cloud infrastructure. You need to understand that also. Third thing is basically data modeling, not just two programming languages. You need to understand about these all things. Mistake 2 is the very basic and very majorly I've seen people with 5 years of experience, 6 years of experience having this mistake in their career, and they think of they are the data engineer, they can do all those sort of things. No, it doesn't happen like that. Basically, if you're ignoring big data tool, okay, big data tools are very important. You are sitting only on pandas. Let me showcase you a very good reality check in front of you so that you understand the thing. That is basically, if you are working on pandas only, what pandas can do. Pandas can process your CSVs on your laptop. It is limited to your memory size, firstly. Next thing is it fails on the large scale data set. There is no distributed processing to it. So basically pandas will fail there. But if you use big data tools, if you will use, what will happen basically, you will be getting these kind of advanced options. Like basically what you will be getting, it is built for billions of millions to billions of rows basically. Next thing is Apache Spark clusters you will be getting, so that you can do distributed computing and distributed data processing. It is a distributed data processing engine. Next thing is scalable architecture will be there. Suppose right now we have 100 GB of the data. Tomorrow more 100 GB came, after that again 100 GB. Scalability, the volume of data is increasing, so it can handle those kind of architecture. So that's why big data tools are very important. If you only know pandas, you will hit the ceiling fast, definitely, because pandas are a memory limit and it cannot do parallel processing and it cannot do distributed processing. Okay, real companies process terabytes of data daily, not just the spreadsheet. So you need to definitely have big data in your big data tools in your proper program. And if you want to learn about this particular thing, we already have a dedicated bootcamp for it. Okay, if you go to DataX, basically we have a DataX bootcamp. So basically this is a program where you learn about all those kind of things, zero to hero, data engineering program it is. And from in just 90 days, many people have done it. Many people take more than 90 days also, but yes, people have done it. And from non-data background to data engineering, from a non-data data background to 4 offers in data engineering, from production support background with 4 to 5 years of experience to data engineering. Definitely people have done it. In just 90 days we have covered multiple tools, and also data engineering major skill sets we have covered, and how exactly the things will work. And it also has Gen AI integration. Definitely you can get a lot of access things. And other than that, we have job focused resources also already. Proper interview focused modules are there, interview question videos are there that we have discussed in a proper 3 to 4 hours of lecture. Definitely it will help you a lot. If you want to enroll, we have a coupon code and the link in the description directly to learn this. Directly you can do that. Okay, so basically as you can see on the screen here, basically that is okay, that is this thing. Mistake 3 is not understanding about the data pipelines. If you don't understand, if you are running individual scripts, doesn't make the pipeline. It's like your data engineer expects to explain end-to-end data flow with confidence. You need to know about the whole like basically whole architecture, how the data is flowing from one end to another end. End-to-end things are required. Okay, so basically how the sources can be of different, it can be a API, it can be a database, it can be a streaming data. Any kind of data can come in. Other than that, ingestion, how exactly when the data was coming in, how exactly you build that system so that data can be used or ingested or extracted or loaded to a system. That is called as ingestion. Other than that, transformation is something basically that is how you clean that data, how you process that data. Okay, rest is your storage is something that is how exactly you are storing. Now clean data, how you are storing, where you are storing. Then consumption, now whatever data was there, how it will be consumed to make the better analytics and business intelligence, how it can be used for business intelligence analytics. So this is the minimum that you must understand. Every component has a designed consideration, definitely, but failure modes will be there, optimization strategies will be there, that you need to understand. Fourth mistake is skipping the cloud and storage concept. Never do that. That is definitely, you like data engineers are infrastructure roles. You are not only writing the code, you are designing the system also to scale. Basically in future it can scale to multiple GBs. So basically you need to think of those things also. So you need to know about the cloud concept and the storage concepts also. Storage, that is object storage. Object storage is something that is you are understanding about S3, GCS, that these are the object storage. Different type of object storages are there. Azure Blob and their performance characteristics will be there. Next thing is partitioning strategies, that is organizing the data by the date, region, category, for faster queries and lower cost. Basically how you can do those kind of things. If you don't know these kind of things, definitely you cannot just do Spark.read and directly data will come in. No, that is not exactly how it happens in the live environment. Okay, you need to understand about these things. Cost and the performance, you always need to think about these. If you're writing any code, if you're writing a notebook and any PySpark code you are writing, you need to understand about what will be the impact, what will be the speed of my code, what will be the cost it will take, if it will take very long time, how to optimize it. All those kind of understandings are very, very important. If you can't explain these concepts in system design, you will fail in so many interviews. Definitely you need to understand those things very, very nicely. Very, very important. Next thing is you are not thinking about, basically that is you are not thinking about the scale. You are just making the system ki haan, basically my work is done, that is fine. The scale is the problem. Code that works perfectly with 1 GB may completely fail when the data raises to 1 terabyte. That will be a very big problem. Okay, so scalability is very, very, that's why most of the freshers and the new joiners fail. So basically interviewer specifically will test your memory management, distributed joins. Next thing is partition skew, whether the data is skewed somewhere, how you'll sort those kind of things. Resource allocation, how you are doing. Next thing, if you can code and handle 100x of data in that pipeline. Interviewers favorite question will be there, and this is the interviewer's favorite question, and definitely you will be selected. Definitely selection will be there. Okay, it will, but you need to understand basically about the scalability is very, very important. Okay, next part is basically that is a mistake 6, that is your avoiding real projects. Whenever you are talking about real projects, certificates are the proof of the completion. Projects are the proof of the engineering. When you build, like people run behind just the certificate. Don't do those kind of mistakes. try to understand, if I do this certificate or I build a project, what will give me a better benefit. If you build the projects, you will be getting the actual application understanding, actual engineering application understanding. So basically you will be understanding about the problem solving, you will be understanding about a design thinking, and you will be demonstrating debugging skills will be there, because whenever you write a code by yourself to build something, there will be lot of failures will be there. You will be trying to solve those things, so it will help you to understand those things a lot better. So you will be able to build the end-to-end pipelines. Ingestion will be there, transformations will be there, then storage will be there, visualization will be there, and everything can be hosted on the GitHub for version control. Okay, all those things in the DataX, we have covered all those things end to end. Whatever you talk about, we have it definitely, and we have been trying to improve the bootcamp end to end by one. Okay, so all those things will come in also. So like seventh mistake is preparing only for the theory interviews. What happens when you go for the interview? You just read about what is streaming, what is Kafka, what is Apache Spark, what is this particular tool, what is this particular service, what is this particular cloud. Those kind of questions you prepare for. But exactly when you go to the interviews, there will be lot of scenario based questions. Okay, that if you don't have, I have made many videos on YouTube also, that is on the question answers. Okay, to showcase you what kind of questions actually are asked in the interviews in data engineering. So I have showcased that. Definitely you should go through that and understand, so that you understand about these type of question. What happens, what you will do basically when the pipeline will break overnight, like when the data volume has increased and the pipeline is now failing. So what you will do? Next thing is basically how do you recover from the pipeline failure? Suppose right now any pipeline failure was there, how you will recover? How do you prevent duplicate records in the pipeline? So these are the system understanding things, and basically you need to definitely understand about those things, and in the interviews it will help you a lot. So you need to discuss about the failure points and the recovery strategies, monitoring and the alerting mechanism, performance bottlenecks will be there, so that you need to talk about, and questions will be there. Okay, cost implications and of the design choices that you have made. So all those kind of stuff you have to decide and talk about. That is very important. Mistake 8 is all about no production thinking. Okay, if you don't have any production thinking, you will be not able to sustain. Okay, you will be not able to sustain and clear off the interviews of 4 years or 5 years of experience person, or exactly if you are going for any senior roles, at that point you will fail. So basically you will be aware, you should be aware about these kind of things. That is idempotency. Idempotency is something, suppose you run the same pipeline multiple times, it can produce similar result, and it has to produce similar result and no duplicacy is there. So idempotency is achieved via different kind of strategies, via different kind of things, like merge into statements or these kind of thing, incremental loads and all. So these things are very important. Monitoring and alerting, real-time tracking of your pipeline should be there, data quality checks should be there, retry logic should be there, code cost awareness should be there. So this is how you understand about the things. ठीक है, तो ये चीजें तो like you should have it 100%. So these are the things. Next thing is like what people do, they just copy paste the things without understanding anything. In the interviews, what happens when you see just the tutorial and you make something, okay, you will be able to do that, but exactly what will happen in the interviews, you will be not able to justify. If any cross questions are coming, too many follow-up questions are there, you will be not able to understand, because you will be not able to answer these things. How and why. Okay, so copy paste approach never. Deep understanding should be there. That will come when you will build projects by your own, not by just the YouTube tutorial. Make one project via YouTube tutorial, then try to understand why I am doing this, how I am doing this, if I do this, what impact will be there, and how in the live environment I can mix up those things. So there are the things, and basically you should be having a clear roadmap. You should be having the foundation of the things, what you need to learn, what you need to do, big data, what you need to learn, how to learn the crowd and infrastructure, real projects, how to make, interview preparation, how to do. So basically that's why I have been talking about कि हाँ DataX में you can get into and you can learn about the things in a very structured way, and it is so much structured and affordable too. You get a coupon code also in the description is there, everything is there. Link of the bootcamp is also there. Just go and enroll into that and learn about thing and understand about thing. So this was all about the video. These were the mistakes you should never do if you want to become a data engineer in 2026. Thank you so much. Bye bye.